Good morning, sports fans, and welcome to Out of the Box Sports Scores. There we go. All right. Something a little bit different I wanted to try, I want to mess around with, and just go ahead and do a quick show every once in a while. I'm going to try to do it as much as possible. Daily would be ideal, but I don't see it happening. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try. And so what it's going to be is I'm just going to read the scores and some news or whatever, read some highlights from the previous night. Almost, a la like your Sports Center without the highlights, because I'm not ESPN. I'm Ken Fry. So, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and kick this off. Um, Kick it off with some Major League Baseball. So from scores last night, some highlights. You have Baltimore beating Boston last night, 11-3. Kyle Stowers and Ryan Mountcastle each had 3 hits. Stowers, 2 doubles, 4 RBIs. Cedric Mullins had a 2-run triple in a 5-run fourth inning. That's the fifth win in a row now for Baltimore. Cole Irvin had 5 shutout innings as well for Baltimore as they continue rolling, 34-18. Looking good. Baltimore's looking very good right now. Minnesota topped Kansas City last night, 6-5. Twins got a 2-run homer from Jose Miranda and a 3-run shot from Trevor Larnach to pace the Twins. Joe Ryan, he's 4-3. He had 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 9 strikeouts, and now has a 2.96 ERA. The Toronto Blue Jays topped the Chicago White Sox. The Blue Jays powered by the White Sox with home runs by George Springer, Bo Bichette, and Davis Schneider. Chris Bassett, who's now 5-6 on the season, goes 5 scoreless, striking out 7. Chris Bassett, former Met. That's one guy that I really wanted to keep, but whatever. It is what it is. Back to the scores. The Brewers topped the Cubbies. So this is kind of funny. I thought this was kind of quirky. You had Toronto beating the Chicago White Sox 5-1, and you had the Milwaukee Brewers beating the Chicago Cubs 5-1. So City of Chicago getting their lickings twice there. Same scores. Milwaukee topped the Cubs 5-1. Brewers break the game open. The 5-run 8th inning, highlighted by a Willie Adames 3-run bomb. The Cubs are now losers of 5 straight. Cubs Justin Steele, 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. The Brewers Robert Gasser, 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 7 strikeouts. The Colorado Rockies break up the Colorado Rockies. They took 2 out of 3 against the Phils. Now they're going out there and beating Cleveland, the Guardians. The Rockies smashed the Guardians' 9-game win streak there. So it's break up the Colorado Rockies. That's it. With the help of a 6-run 4th inning, Charlie Blackmon was 3 for 4, 2 doubles, and a 3-run home run. 2 RBI apiece from Sean Bouchard, Aluris, Montero, and Jose Ramirez also had a couple RBI for Cleveland. He leads the league in RBI with 54 so far this season. The Reds topped St. Louis, the Cardinals. The Reds win their 4th in a row thanks to good pitching by Nick Lodolo. He's now 4-2 after pitching 5 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 3 strikeouts, and now has a 3.12 ERA. They also received a solo home run from Heimer Candelario. The Nationals beat the Braves. The Braves, who are, as we all know, missing Ronald Acuna Jr., appears to have torn his ACL. That's what all the reports are now anyway, so you expect him to be done for the rest of the season. And ACL, sometimes that could lead into the next season, so it takes a while to heal from your ACL. And Nats jump out to an 8-0 lead thanks to multi-RBIs by C.J. Abrams and Nick Senzel. Mitchell Parker is now 4-2 after he pitched 6 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, no walks, 6 strikeouts, threw 100 pitches in the game, and a 3.45 ERA. Got a comment here before I continue. Hey, Yuki Matsui, what's up, buddy? Says, new show, New York City's crime capital of America. My car got vandalized, but they let my Mets tickets behind and gave me 2 more tickets. Oh, no, that's losing right there, brother. That's losing. That is losing. Yeah, I'm just reading sports scores, and like I said, I don't know if you caught the very beginning. Reading some sports scores and some news from the night before. Just trying it out, see how it goes. If it's something I don't feel like is worth it, then I'm just not going to do it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So I'll be live with the Batcave Yuki on Thursday this week. Wednesday, my daughter has elementary school graduation, moving on to the middle school. So I will not be on Wednesday. I will be on Thursday, but I'll go ahead and repeat that again at the end of the show. The Giants topped the Philadelphia Phillies 8-4. The Giants were paced by Yastrzemski, Heliot Ramos, Brett Wisely, as each of them added 2 RBI apiece. Blake Snell won 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned runs, 7 strikeouts after 90 pitches in 4 innings. That's a lot. And his ERA still stands at 10.42. A little bit of a struggle for old Mr. Cy Young himself there, Blake Snell. Show me the money, right? JT Realmuto extends a 16-game hit streak, so that's a plus for the Phillies. And Kyle Schwarber also had a home run, his 10th of the season. And our boy, former New York Met, Taijuan Walker, doing some good things for the Phillies there. Going 6 innings pitched, 9 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. And his ERA is 5.51. Keep it up there, Taijuan. The Padres, the San Diego Fathers, they topped the Miami Marlins 2-1. A bases loaded walk to Jake Cronenworth and an error by Tim Anderson before that walk. Filleted the Marlins, took care of the Marlins there. They took care of themselves. Jazz Chisholm, it's his 8th home run of the season, a solo shot. Trevor Rogers won 5 1/3 innings pitched, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. And Michael King for San Diego goes 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 7 Ks, as both bullpens did a fairly decent job. The Seattle Mariners topped the Houston Astros. Seattle jumps out early. They topped them 3-2. Seattle jumps out early and is able to hold on after Houston rally in the 5th. RBIs for Seattle by Cal Raleigh, Ty France, and Mitch Haniger. Framber Valdez is the losing pitcher. He's now 3-3 in the season, 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 4 Ks, and a 4.34 ERA. As Bryce Miller for the Seattle Mariners, he's now 4-5. He won 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts, and a 3.48 ERA. In the NHL last night, the Dallas Stars defeated the Edmonton Oilers 5-3. Dallas now leads that series 2-1. Edmonton jumped out early in this game. The first period, they were up 2-0. Pretty much dominated the first period, but then the script got flipped on in the second period. Dallas looked much, much better in the second period. I mean, I think there was one point in that second period they might have been out shooting Edmonton. I think like 12-0, 13-0. Dallas came to play in the second period. They scored 3 goals within a 3.5-minute period there in the second period. And Edmonton was able to tie it up, though. They made it 3-3 after 2. Jason Robertson, he had 2 goals in the second period. He gets a hat trick in the third period, put the Dallas Stars up 4-3. And they also added an empty netter as the Stuart Skinner was pulled from the net to give the extra skater to Edmonton. And Heiskanen was able to put in the empty netter for Dallas, make it 5-3. Goals for the Oilers, Hyman, it was his 13th, assisted by McDavid and Bouchard. McDavid, his 4th goal of the playoffs, unassisted. Henrique, his 2nd goal of the playoffs, assisted by Brown. Goals for Dallas went to Robertson, his 4th of the playoffs, assisted by Hintz and Seguin. Robertson again, his 5th. Assisted by Hintz. Johnston, his 8th, assisted by Stankhoven and Ben. Robertson, his 6th, assisted by Seguin and Lindell. And then, of course, Heiskanen, his 6th, empty netter, assisted by Ben. Ettinger for the Stars saved 28 out of 30 shots, 933 save percentage. And Stuart Skinner, the losing goalie, stopped 17 out of 21 shots with an 810 save percentage. So Dallas leads that series 2-1. Looking ahead to the NBA, you had the Boston Celtics sweeping away the Indiana Pacers. The upstart Pacers dropped the series to Boston. Not surprising, Boston. I think the Boston was number 1 seed. I think they had the best record in the East. Derek White hit the go-ahead 3 with 43 seconds left in the game. as Boston was able to rally and then hold off the upstart Pacers. Jaylen Brown, who was the Eastern Finals MVP, led all scorers with 29 points, 6 boards, and 2 assists. Jason Tatum added 26 points, 13 boards, 8 assists. Drew Holiday, 17 points, 9 boards, 2 assists. And Derek White, 16 points, 4 boards, 4 assists. Andrew Nebhan led Pacers with 24 points, 6 boards, 10 assists. Pascal Siakam, 19 points, 10 boards, 3 assists. Pacers also got 15 points off the bench from T.J. McConnell and 12 points off the bench from Obi Toppin. So the Pacers are out. Boston's moving on to the NBA Finals. And right now the Mavericks are up on the T-Wolves in that series, 3 games to none, I believe that is. So, you know, the way it looks right now, you might have a Dallas-Boston NBA Final. Your thoughts on infamous MLB umpire Angel Hernandez retiring? It's funny you mentioned that, 'cause now I'm getting to the news. Just a couple news bits here. Angel Hernandez retires immediately. My favorite moment, Angel Hernandez, besides watching all the clips on TikTok of him calling all those crazy ass strikes and, you know, check swing strikes and, you know, just, you know, nonsense from Angel Hernandez. But one of my favorite moments is when he ejected Steve Mongo McMichael, you know, former Bears legend, you know, WCW wrestler. From he ejected him from Wrigley Field during the 7th inning stretch because he was over the loudspeaker doing the "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," and he, you know, ridiculed Angel Hernandez's strike zone. He threw him out of Wrigley Stadium. So I got a kick out of that. You know what? So long, Angel Hernandez. And the unfortunate thing is he'll probably be umpiring somewhere at some state, you know, high school games or whatever. I don't know what state he's from. But so be on the lookout for Angel Hernandez calling terrible calls for your son. Or even daughter. Maybe he'll do softball. I don't know. But I don't expect him to continue umpiring, you know, anything major like college or anything like that. So if he's going to continue umpiring, maybe it's going to be in high school, or maybe they'll let him umpire from behind the pitcher's mound, like in some minor league youth baseball. So I don't know. He's in his 60s too, so he's probably going to retire. He probably won't umpire at all. It's probably for the best if he doesn't umpire at all anymore. But yeah, when you know the umpire's name, you know, like a baseball player's name, you know, you just like that, you know, it's not good. You know, it's not good. Joe Sullivan, that Celtics series shows how big stars are in the playoffs. Indy had 3 of the 4 games in the bag, but Boston won them all. Yeah, it's all about how you finish, right, Joe? It's I don't follow the NBA much, but it's, you know, it's a star-driven league. It really is, and, you know, the more you have, the better you do it. Usually, not all the time. It's about teamwork and cohesiveness as well, and that's where it comes into play. Where Indy, you know, had 3 of the 4 games in the bag. I think it was game 1. I think they were up pretty big as well. I think I could be wrong about that. And Boston was able to come back, fight back, and take game 1. You know, just experience, cohesiveness, and, you know, Indiana, from everything I understand, a very young team. So I wouldn't be too surprised if they're not making noise again next year. I used to love watching basketball too. It's a shame I just can't get into it anymore. I'll watch the NCAA tournament, but that's about it. I just, when I was a teenager, I loved watching basketball. I was this big Spurs fan. I loved watching David Robinson and Sean Elliott and all those guys, Vinny Del Negro, and then, you know, of course, when they got that big fundamental in there. So, yeah. Another bit of news, sad news. Hall of Famer Bill Walton passed away at 71 due to cancer. 2-time national champion with UCLA Bruins. 2-time NBA champ, 1977 with the Portland Trail Blazers and the 86 Celtics. He was the number 1 pick overall in the 74 draft for the Portland. He was picked by the Portland Trail Blazers. And it just, you know, I know more as a broadcaster than anything. So he was at the end of his career because he did have a very long career. Had a lot of foot issues, but I know him more as a broadcaster than anything. So, kind of funny, kind of quirky guy, kind of like if there's anybody that you'd imagine, sports wise, falling around the Grateful Dead, it would have been Bill Walton. So, Mr. Tie Dye himself, pretty much, peace, right? That was Bill Walton, peace and love. So, so I'm going to go ahead and read the sponsors off here real quick and get the heck out of here with a couple notes. Jason Fine, J Fine Law, attorney, Big Al. You can reach Big Al at 1-800-HURT-123. That's 1-800-HURT-123. Jason Fine specializes in motor vehicle accidents, slip and falls, workman's comp, and personal injury claims. He has 3 office locations conveniently located throughout Pennsylvania and New Jersey. His office on 3 Greensward Lane, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. The phone number there is 856-209-5258, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 500 Grant Street, Suite 2900. The phone number there is 412-365-8151, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 1628 JFK Boulevard, Suite 2120. The phone number there is 267-888-2980. That's Jason Fine, Big Al. Head on over to monkeycoltcoffee.com and get all your gourmet coffee needs. That bourbon chocolate chip infused coffee, toasted coconut rum. They have a Sumatran medium roast blend, an organic blend called Perula, Florida, and one of their latest blends, Golden Honey Agave. Check out their swag shop, t-shirts, coffee mugs, tumbler cups, cold brew pitchers, cake cup adapters, and don't forget that sweet, sweet Paradise rum cake. Use that promo code at checkout, OOTB Sports, for 10% off your order. That promo code, once again, is OOTB Sports for 10% off your order at monkeycoltcoffee.com. So thank you to Monkey Cold Coffee and Big Al for sponsoring our shows. Appreciate it very much. So a couple notes here real quick. I mentioned I will be live, not tomorrow, with the Batcave. Tomorrow I have something going on. My daughter is graduating from elementary school, moving on to middle school. So they have a nice little ceremony for her for that, for her class, for that, the whole class moving on. So there will be no Batcave tomorrow. It will be on Thursday. There will be no Silver and Black Lair LA Kings edition this week. So I'll be on Thursday, 10 a.m. with the Batcave. I'll be doing Friday, Silver and Black Lair, Las Vegas Raiders. And I will talk about the Stanley Cup playoffs there as well. Like the LA Kings, I would have talked about Stanley Cup playoffs, but I will still talk about Stanley Cup playoffs Friday when I do the Las Vegas sports scene. Or not the Las Vegas sports scene. That's old school. The Silver and Black Lair, Las Vegas Raiders. If you don't know the Las Vegas sports scene, that was the original show where I first started podcasting with Out of the Box Sports, myself and Rob Hefner. That's way back now. That's 2 years ago. All right. And Saturday, of course, 10 p.m. with the Atomic Drop podcast. And Yuki, you got it, buddy. And I stuttered. I was a little bit nervous with this one. I don't know why, Yuki. I was a little bit nervous because I've been doing this now I did this last week before each one of my shows. I read the scores off from the night before and some highlights or whatever. And but for some reason, this one I was a little bit nervous about. I don't know why. It's just whatever. So I was stuttering a lot and tripping over my words. But yeah, I'm gonna try to continue doing this, see how it goes. Just reading scores from the night before, news, whatever. Almost like a little ESPN thing, but it's not fancy or anything like that. I mean, I am a fancy fella, so. All right. I'll see everybody Thursday morning, 10 a.m. Be sure to, actually tomorrow morning, I want to go ahead and do this again. So stay tuned for that. No special time. I'll get to it when I get to it. So I'm not gonna label a time to it. So it's not gonna be 9 a.m. every day. It'll be when I get there, when I do it, and you can watch it throughout the day if you'd like, for comedic reasons if you'd like. That's up to you. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for checking the show out. I'll see you guys again tomorrow morning. If not tomorrow morning, be sure to check me out Thursday morning, 10 a.m. with the Batcave talking New York Mets baseball. All right. See you later.